thinking that maybe today I'm gonna try a distance test. I'm gonna fly basically back over my shoulder there down Chrisman Creek. Got a wind going that way. I mean, real slight. It's not hardly anything at all. And you know, I mean, we'll see. Been watching these videos, these distance videos, and I wanted to see about, maybe trying one myself with my Mavic Pro. And of course, I'll give you some thoughts that I had on the, on distance videos and stuff that I've seen as well. So, let's see about it. Let's see what it does. All right, so looks like I'm about to start slide to takeoff.
Takeoff. The home point has been updated. Please check it on the map.
Yeah, it looks like the gimbal's all messed up. I think that's just from the grass. And see, I'm pulling it up now. You can tell from the shadow of the drone, the sun's behind us. We're out of focus. And I'm moving it over here to the right. I'm going to tap it in just a second to get it focused. There you go. Bringing it into focus. There we go. Now, I don't know why I'm moving the thing left and right, because really right above that pier there is where I want to go. You'll see me adjust it a couple more times here. What I'm doing is I'm moving forward and trying to clear and get out over the water here, and I think I'm my heading set now, and so I'm pushing the stick up and I'm trying to gain some altitude. I want to hover, well, not hover, but I want to be at about 115, 120 feet or so, just to make sure that I'm safe. That I got a good view. And of course, you see me adjusting the gimbal a little bit here. I like a higher gimbal, or I like the horizon to be a little bit higher so you can get a sense of movement. And refocusing again. And directly in the center of your screen is Chrisman Creek, and we'll be heading over that way. I'm going to go ahead and speed this thing up a little bit so y'all don't have to watch this in real time. All right, looks like we're fast approaching about a mile here, and in between I'll speed up the video and stuff just to make sure that nobody gets bored. All right, we're at 1 mile and still going strong. Signal's good, satellite's good, so we're on our way. So it's about this point that I realized I didn't start the camera on the drone. And of course now I started it. But of course as soon as I started it, then I started to think, well, the camera recording from the drone itself is going to take away from the battery life, which would impact the test for distance that we're trying to do. So at about 2.5 minutes into the recording, I go ahead and shut it off. I mean, over half of the trip wasn't recorded anyway, so there was no need for me to continue to record. Maybe save some battery. And we're about to clear the Poquoson River now and come across land. We are at 9,000 feet. We're only about 1,400 feet now away from hitting the 2 mile mark with great signal. Good number of satellites still in position. 77% battery, or roughly 19 minutes left in the battery flight or battery's life. So, we're in good shape. All right, so at this point, it looks like we're fast approaching 3 miles. And
battery level is low. The aircraft will go to the home point in 10. Go home.
yeah, so at this point, I decided I'm going to go ahead and go with the algorithm that's in the system there and just let it return to home. And then I know that the return to home function also chews up a bunch of batteries. So in just a second here, I'm going to hit that red X on the left of the screen, and I'm going to go ahead and shut off the return to home, and I'm going to fly it manually. And you can see that I've also gotten up to 174 feet. When I first crossed over land there, I went ahead and raised it up, and that's just to make sure from a safety standpoint that I wasn't going to run into any trees or whatever. I probably could have stayed at 120 feet or whatever it was, and it would have been absolutely fine. Yeah, so I've turned around, and it's about this point that I start looking at the numbers and everything, and I'm thinking, I might be pushing this a little bit too much. So, I try to play it safe. Obviously, a drone, it's kind of an investment. But I want to have fun with it as well, and I want to kind of push it to its limits. But I don't want to risk the investment. So, I'm thinking, well, 14 minutes left, on the battery, even 57%. I should be able to make it, but I'm not seeing the home marker underneath the battery timer yet. So, yeah, I don't know. But it's going to start to peak out here in a second or two, and you'll be able to see it. And when I first see it, first see that little yellow H come out, and I know that I start to feel a little bit more comfortable about the flight and about going out over water, over the open water. So about this point, we're at about 2 miles out, and obviously I can see the home indicator underneath the battery life timer, and I'm starting to feel a little bit more comfortable as we head back out over the Poquoson River, open water. The green box in the center of the screen is pretty much where we're going in order to get back safely. So at some point coming up real soon, you're going to see me drop in altitude, and that's just to ensure that I can make it home on time and I don't have to deal with any errant winds at that height. And flying at about 100 feet or so over open water, we're not in too bad a shape. Yeah, so it's about at this point that I think I decide to go ahead and hit the return to home button. I feel relatively confident at this point.
Go home.
So this flight was over 6 miles, 3 miles out in one direction, 3.01 miles to be exact. The Mavic Pro did great. The signal did great. The video did great. So really, really pleased with today's performance. And I had a lot of fun doing it. So if you guys have any questions, please do so in the comments. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And I will see you guys with the next video.
Landing.